okay, we're maybe Edmond storms. We're maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever. But this is the temperature of the electrode, okay, on analog. And here it is on IR. It's still producing an infrared signature pushing back. Okay? So, and it's probably still pretty hot. It is very hot. Okay?
What is that in there?
Electrode.
I mean, what's in the container?
Product.
Really?
Product. Okay, look at that. 68 degrees. I can pretty much guarantee you that electrode is not 68 degrees. Okay? So we'll just pull the probe and find out. $124. Yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you guys missed in your 7/10 of a second with $1 million pieces of equipment. So when you asked me if I calorimeter, yeah, I don't need a box to calorimeter. Okay, I do it in a plastic bottle or a glass bottle or whatever because I want to be up against ambient temperature. I don't want to be in the electromagneto optical effect, the bounce back of a Faraday cage. That's just for pressure, okay? But I'd prefer to calorimeter in glass, not anything else. But when I build a system that you're going to see, that's just for pressure purposes and heat soak. It's not to make any claims because that's what you're missing. There's a tremendous amount of potential output, but it's not measured in the same fashion that you're used to measuring BTUs. It's hydrogen bound. BTUs are based on carbon fuel. Okay? There isn't a good calculation other than density, ambient density calculation in the absorption cycle backed by Maxwell Planck to deal with hydrogen fuel, hydrogen bound. That's the problem. And so you peripherally ask a question. Well, where the fuck does the energy come from? I'll go ahead and tell you. It's because I'm creating a Meissner field, a gravitational field. And so back on the superconductivity, the problem with the Meissner experiment is when the wire went down to 400 degrees below zero, it lost all the empathy in the carbon and the carbon flipped to graphene. As the graphene rotated like a hotel door, it induced the field around the wire. Okay, it didn't remove the electricity, the electron, the magnetism from the wire because magnetism in general is induced by the spin of the neutron because it's the conversion in the vacuum cycle above 30 inches absolute. Okay, and when you make magnetism in a magnet, it's the neutron welding to the proton. In gravity physics, you induce the proton to make the neutron spin up click or down click, 33 up, 33 down in my power. So you can amplify gravity, make elements heavy or light. And that's what you're seeing there as I tuned the circuit, okay? and I adjusted the dials on the circuit so you can have heavier or lighter elements based on hydrogen binding, because that's where the neutron comes from. It's induced in absolute vacuum by the proton. Okay? So when you look at gravity physics and the fabric of space, it's technically graphene because of the expansion ratio and coefficients of graphene under vacuum. It's that's the gravity wave in space is graphene. And graphene comes first. Then carbon is an allotrope of graphene, not an isomer of graphite. That's just where we find it. That's the decay state. Everything comes and goes. So I just wanted you to see a little bit more empirical data that I could have showed you the day I walked into your place. But out of respect for everything, I decided not to. And I apologize for that. However, I'm a man of my word. And I want to make sure that you were definitely noted for your efforts in the fusion industry. So, to the hats off to you. Technically, I'm a liar. Okay? Alchemist are 99% truth and 1% lie to protect you for a reason. Cold fusion does work, sir. It's the path to hot fusion. That's why your crack theory I validated, and that's why you're on the patent globally for fusion hot registered in the proton deuterium fusion in the boron cycle. You're welcome, sir. Stay tuned, because this is just a temporary deal that I threw together today because I had something important to do. And like I said in the very beginning of your playlist today, am I a dick? Yeah. Because I know how much money the Cold Fusion Labs have spent on their fancy stainless steel. And I just proved it to you in a plastic water bottle. So tomorrow I'm going to distill this, and you're going to see that process while I'm fitting the new desktop, because we still have one more part of the new desktop. Let me show you. Okay. We like to call this Pandora's box, because this is what the EB community, well, I make promises, not threats, my friend. And I opened up some tight IP on this. So this home fusion reactor, okay, voice activated over Alexa, fully blown remote control on my phone, on stepper motor pots, I can tune it from anywhere I want in the world. Okay. There's my conundrum. In a very, very proper Venturi vacuum. Okay. We're taking it way to the top with laser induced solar luminescence. Okay. Do me a favor. Grab me an extension cord and plug it in around the wall here and bring it in here and plug it back into the cord. It's right here. Yeah. Okay, just plug that in here. Okay. Edmond Storms, this young lady came to me with EB, and I've got a big heart. So we like to call this Pandora's box. This is her system. Welcome to Ozone 7, okay? There's more IP in that than you can imagine. But we learned something. That's my avatar of hydrogen implosion in space. The green on my avatar on the YouTube that you guys are all watching, click on that. That's the Cat's Eye Nebula. Click on that again, you'll see David A. Puchta, NASA Cat's Eye Nebula for a reason. Read about it. But Ozone 7, we've been able to make it at room temperature. Okay? At room temperature. So you'll see more on this later. This is going to a very special family in Australia. Okay? Because I'm a man of my word. Okay, sir. Your virtual tour of my facilities is officially over. You've earned your seat. With love. Okay? This is our compound. You notice Edmond Storms? There's no names on the doors for a reason. Because we're spooks. You understand? Okay, sir. I gotta get back to work. Have a good day. And keep that in mind.